As a disc golfer, nothing would be cooler than making your own disc, but there are quite a few barriers. With those barriers in mind, recently I've been on a mission to find an everyday item to replace my disc golf discs. One that I could modify myself and make just as good. I have really only tried plates so far. They sucked at first. I added some pizzazz, and yeah, they still stunk. So I'm taking a short hiatus from this mission with one goal in mind: learn how to make a disc golf disc start to finish. That way I can finally accomplish my mission. By making a disc with my own two hands, the correct way. Now, who do I personally know that makes discs? This is Jesse. He makes discs. And for those living under a metaphorical disc golf rock, Jesse is the guy when it comes to DIY disc creation. Mainly because he founded his disc golf company, Trash Panda, out of his garage, where he used to make fully recycled discs on this. A fully handmade injection molding machine, which took 30 minutes just to make one disc. Now they've upgraded to this guy, a commercial injection molding machine, aka the holy grail of disc golf manufacturing. Hypothetically, monetarily, how many Taco Bell Baja Blasts is this machine worth?
Oh, so many. I would have to do actual math right now. A lot.
Today, Jesse is going to show me the ins and outs of what it takes to actually make a disc. We're going to work our way from start to finish, beginning with the plastic and finishing with the disc coming off of the machine to be stamped, all so I can accomplish my underlying mission, as well as a few surprises along the way. So, where did you actually get this injection molding machine? eBay?
No. Actually, in my search for it, you can buy injection machines on eBay.
No way.
Yes. If you're ever interested in looking up like expensive stuff on eBay, there's stuff for hundreds of thousands of dollars on there.
That's pretty bonkers.
Basically, you can get an injection machine from all over the place, directly from the company or on used marketplaces. There's a bunch of used equipment brokers and stuff like that. But one of the most important things for us was knowing that the machine worked perfectly, because we use 100% recycled plastic, and that variable is constantly changing. So we wanted to make sure the machine variable wasn't. So we ended up with this one.
For those who might not know, an injection molding machine is what every disc golf disc is made of. It's really expensive and quite complicated. Okay, Trash Panda factory tour, initiate. Because there are like a million things needed to make a disc.
Recycled plastic, air compressor, not sponsored. This is a TCU. This is a mold, specifically the Dune mold. Inside of all of this steel, there's a cavity where a disc is made.
A grinder to grind up old, messed up discs and reuse their plastic, a hot stamping machine, and a plastic dryer that dries up the plastic so it doesn't melt and explode in the machine. Each of these things plays an integral role in ensuring a disc is created properly and with quality. Even this guy. All right, let's actually get into making a real life disc. What's the first step?
Plastic. You need plastic.
This is pretty sick. Is this like gray or is this gonna be white?
TBD.
Oh, sick. I feel like I want like more like color, dude. Sick. This is giving me Breaking Bad vibes.
No comment.
Let's not run this one. Dude, I kind of like this one. Jesse just told me that we can't do the blue yet.
Yet. We have to dry it for 4 hours first.
So we're gonna do the black first. Murdered out, J. Millie. The plastic that we're looking at is actually all recycled, but that's not the standard. Typical disc golf manufacturers use virgin plastic. Trash Panda is atypical. They use 100% recycled plastic, and it's kind of chunky, which is pretty cool if you ask me. All right, we have our plastic. What next?
Well, it's got to go into the machine, but I want you to do that. All right, so that needs to go in there.
Okay, this is like sending a lamb to the slaughter. How much plastic do I need to put in?
You got it.
Okay, okay. We've got the plastic. Got the hopper. Dude, I'm the short king. I call this the plenty of plastic pour, PPP. That was a cool feeling. This plastic that I just poured will be a disc in my hand in a matter of minutes. How cool is that? All right, plastic been poured in. See it right here, the black murdered out J Millie. It's gonna funnel into a barrel, which inside of this barrel, there's a screw. The screw inside the barrel is gonna move the plastic forward. The plastic is melting and getting hotter as it goes down. And essentially, I believe that's loading up a shot for a disc. And I think that's our next step.
Yep, and then you'll make your first disc.
I'm ready to make my first disc. But in order to make my first disc, we need to change some settings on the injection molding machine's computer. Because truly, that's where the magic happens.
So this is the computer for the injection molding machine.
So basically you can program every piece of this machine to do what you want it to do. You can choose how quickly that screw is spinning, how hot the temperatures are, all of the different pieces. And right now you can see right here, the screw is all the way forward, which is identified by this blue light right here.
Okay.
So what we want to do is pull the screw back, which basically loads up the next shot and thus gets ready to then push the screw forward, which will come into here and make a disc.
A J Millie disc.
A J Millie disc. A murdered out J Millie disc.
What Jesse isn't mentioning is that every single thing you can modify on this computer affects the quality of the disc that comes off the machine. It's incredibly finicky and super hard to understand. Luckily, Jesse's gonna show us the ropes. Oh, also, just so you guys know, I haven't forgot the mission and I'm getting increasingly more excited to make my own disc. Okay, back to Jesse showing us the ropes.
Going tight. You can see right here, the shot is loading. So that's the screw moving backward. You can also see it down here.
Does this need to get all the way to here?
That's basically the maximum shot, but that doesn't mean that's what ours is. Ours is about like 2/3 of it.
And you had to figure that out yourself?
You have to figure it out yourself.
Sheesh.
Okay, shot's loaded and we can go. We'll put this boy in semi-auto. Mold closes. Nozzle moves forward. Whoa, so cool.
So cool.
They've come in contact with one another, and now you can see the shot is going into the mold.
That's the plastic going into the mold, eh?
Maybe the first disc will be perfect. That's an exciting day.
As Jesse was about to pull the first one off, I was slowly realizing just how much work went into making just one singular disc golf disc. It really put into perspective how each disc has a story, as well as how cool it is that I'm making my very own. So then Jesse pulled the first one off.
She's a beaut.
She's very beautiful.
She is very gorgeous to me!
This is what we're looking for. This is great. This makes me very, 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 very happy. All right, your turn.
First time pulling a disc off.
J Millie's first disc off the machine, and
Before I can finish making my very first disc, we have something exciting to do. Yup, that's a J Millie stamp with my very own logo on it. I'm officially on Team Trash Panda. So from now forth, you can get their discs with my logo on them.
Ready? Ready?
Right now on their site, you can snag either this guy or this guy. Every disc you buy helps to directly support me, and they also might help you ace like me.
Go in.
Oh, and also, you can get yourself a J Mini.
Sheesh.
Get it? Because J Millie and Mini? It's like, you know. Okay, back to the very first disc that I made all by myself.
all right. J Millie's first disc off the machine.
First disc.
This is what you came for.
This is the whole reason I flew out here. The next shot is already loading up. That disc is already in there, just cooling off. There it is. The moment you've all been waiting for. Open!
The moment you've all been waiting for.
Ooh. Don't drop it. Oh, dude, that is very beautiful. My own disc. I made it. I feel like I could almost just whip it in the basket right now.
But I can't. The process isn't quite complete. The disc still needs time to cool down. So we set it on a flat surface, and I kept making discs.
Dude, you're like actually making your own disc right now.
I am.
How's it feel?
Pretty sick, huh? Feels great. It's really cool. It's exactly how it feels in your videos. What you see is what you get. I came in expecting the world, and I got the world. It's pretty awesome.
And the world got you, Jay Millie.
At that moment, I realized that making my own disc overshadows my underlying mission. I may overthrow the disc golf regime as we know it someday, but that day is not today. I just want to make some regular discs. So it's time to complete this quest.
And that's what I call a hard day's of work.
All in all, this was an insane experience. I had a ton of fun and I felt like a little kid the whole time because I was just so giddy. Make sure to go snag a J Mini or a J Millie stamped inner core and like and subscribe perhaps.